we're out here. Back to racing. We came out here, what, Thursday, yesterday?
Yeah.
So we're a little day early this time. I love it. I think we should do this every time if we can, because we get the parking what you want. The whole field's empty except for the people building the track. So we got the whole thing going here. There's our setup right here. We done mowed I brought the lawnmower this time, getting a little smarter. But back from summer break, a lot of changes have happened. Jamie's still on the Yamaha and feeling a whole lot better. He's been hitting the gym and lost a little weight, and then sold the Suzuki finally and got it good and gone. Somebody's yelling over there. And excited to be on the Honda. Got the Honda, redid the whole suspension over the summer. Got a lot of things fixed on it, a lot of bearings and maintenance work, but the big part was getting the suspension dialed in. I still think it's sitting a little high, but we'll figure it out and go with it. Right now we're getting ready to look at the track. It's about 10:15 Friday morning. I do have a meeting for work here in a little bit I'm gonna go to, but we're gonna walk the track a little bit. Jamie, what's your thoughts there?
I'm ready for today. We'll see how it happens.
You ready to run up front?
Yeah, we'll try.
I want him to run up front with us, and me and Jeff, and just have fun, man. Just those epic battles. That's what I live for. That's why we spend all this money. Why you see all that stuff up there, and the rig and the quads, is those epic last lap battles. It's just where it's at. So, I'm excited to get the whole band back together, get the group back. I know that there's going to be some people not coming. Corey his motor's about to go, so he's not going to be here. Who else? Chris isn't racing anymore. His son is essentially going to be a firefighter. Yep. And congrats to him, looking out for his life and his career. 100%. This is just a hobby. This doesn't pay bills for any of us. And so, mad respect to Chris and his family. It's a great family. I've only known them really this year, but just great people. And best of luck to Carson and Chris, and hope to see you guys back here soon. But to the other ones that's going to be here, the whole family. Dallas is going to be here, I believe. I think Dallas is coming, yeah. And then Kennedy, his daughter, she's been ripping. She's been training. Excited for her. Can't wait to watch her in the morning. And so we're out here right now looking at this come out of the woods and hit this jump. All right, we didn't film the start, but it's a hellacious start. That's a hill if I've ever seen one start. The steepest hill I've ever climbed on start, Mideast. So we're walking the track now. We just passed the start finish. This is that first little field section where everybody comes in. Mike don't get here in time, he ain't gonna have a spot. It's funny how we were the first ones here yesterday. We parked in one spot, and there's a field all around us. And then everybody that's come in is parked right on top of us. No offense to them, but it's funny how one person will commit and then everybody just stacks in behind them. It is what it is. Look at this whole field right here, open. I mean, it's not kind of level, but love it. It's gonna be a fast track. This is that turn that we watched on Nate Bright's GoPro. Remember?
This one?
Yep, this is that turn. Do not miss this turn. Break down 180 this. Because if you go outside, you 100% getting past.
Yeah, you lose your spot.
You lose the easiest spot somebody's on you. So if you go just 180 that thing, come straight in. Hard drive. Oh, this is the freaking interstate trails. Yeah, look at this shit, dude. This is actually pretty mint.
Pretty excited. This is good.
Got some moisture in the dirt too. Kind of surprising.
Hey, I'm not.
It'll be dusty though tomorrow after we kick all that up. Stay right here. Do not go left.
Yeah, right, more left.
Lose time. I mean, yeah, in the grand scheme of things. But every fraction of a second, over 8 miles is going.
Look, passing those two. You can go left.
If you commit, you're gonna have to commit.
Get your pass right there.
Yep. Plenty of places where people pull over, which I love personally. Mike, what it is?
Breakfast time, baby.
Breakfast time. Saturday morning, race day, after the break.
Yeah, after the break.
Mike don't get no breaks.
Last night.
As you can see, Mike's quad, he was planning on racing, but you see a thing on the back of on the top of the back tire there? That is what you call a carburetor that's broken half. I don't know how that happens, but leave it to the Lomans. Yep, that's exactly what happened. All right, we're gonna go watch the minis, take off, get a little film on that, and we'll be back up here. Alright guys, what's up? Tim here, gonna do a voiceover again through the race and tell you what's going on, what happened over the weekend, going into the next round. So first of all and first and foremost, massive shout out to Dallas's daughter Kennedy. She is amazing, and she honestly owned that at the beginning of the race. She her mom wasn't there, and but she toughed it out and you just went in out there and killed it. And I come down that downhill, showed a lot of skill, showed a lot of great decision making to understand where and how she needed to be for her age is honestly astounding. And to be perfectly honest, I can't wait to see her grow and evolve, and that family continue to support her as she continues her career. So shout out to Kennedy. She did an amazing job at the race, and I can't wait to continue watching her race for the rest of the season. All right guys, so here comes the start right now. Got off the line pretty decent for the first time, but like always, everybody else on this class is doing pretty good, and Jeff's always up front. And so it's Jeff, DJ, shout out to DJ, he's actually sent it on that old shot, and then Jeff squeezed in on the inside. Chris got me there. Chris just full sent it on the outside and going forth into the woods. So the idea of this one, going into this race, after re-looking at the points, I kept telling everybody over the weekend, like I think I'm a couple points down. Actually, we were, I think, tied going into this with 4 drops each. So it's a dead heat for the championship between me and Jeff. Chris is right there. If Jeff and I have a bad race or two, he's right there still in the mix. So us 4 up front, just hauling the mill right here. Jamie and I actually walked the track right here, and we told each other, don't go left. And guess what? I did, and he did right here. We went left. And so because I went left, got my bike all muddy, got a little wet, and got passed by Matt. And so, not the greatest line, but it is what it is. Had a blast though. So rode behind Matt here, you're gonna watch, rode behind him for a while, and there was just a lot of traffic, in our way. It's really not the people's fault, it's just the way the roads are set up. But there's some people that just, won't move, and you're gonna hear me say it. So again, heat of the moment, you know, it is what it is. I'm racing. You know, the championship's coming down to the wire, and you're gonna hear me talk myself down. I'm very competitive in nature, but I'm out there to have fun first and foremost. So, really excited to be out there and just had a lot of fun. As you see right there, DJ grabbed a fistful of front brakes, and the bike kept going forward. So he hit a tree, lost a tremendous amount of positions, and so now I'm back up to 4th, where I originally started the race out. All right, so going into here, you're gonna see Chris come around this turn right here. He nails a tree and backs it up and takes a little time. So Jeff's getting away a little bit, so I get a little excited. So shout out Chris. You know me, just sitting there. But it's all good, dude. No worries. And then Matt kind of stalls it out right there, but hey, we're rolling. So 4th in the woods right here. Got behind Matt. I got around Matt in some lap traffic. Chris battery took a dump on the rock pile. You'll see up here. Essentially, I passed him there, and then unfortunately Jeff's seat came off. Those Yamahas. My brother had the same problem. We had a zip tie, and he kept having seat trouble. So I passed him, and then once I got in the lead, and this all happened on the first lap, you're going to see, and I got that. I got, I think, 2 laps on this GoPro, maybe 3. I think it was just 2 before it died. I gotta get a new GoPro. That's one thing I haven't done this summer. But got 2 laps, got on the first lap, and then just everything I had, just to make sure that, you know, I know Jeff was coming. He fell back to 7th and worked his way back up to 2nd. But I pushed everything I had. I'm feeling it. This is Monday after the race. I had to roll out of bed instead of get up. I can barely hold on to anything with my grip strength. So I laid it all out there. I knew that he was coming, and if he did catch me and pass me, then I knew that I laid it all out on the track, and there's nothing else I could do. Bike update, the Suzuki's gone. And so we got the black Honda out there for the rest of the season. Buddy Trevor did buy another Honda, and so we got another one in the group. Went and got the suspension done on the bike. Went and got a bunch of bearing work done, like I said before in the video. You know, took it over to DeRisi Racing, and they set up the bike. One thing that I will note is that the suspension, the front suspension, the adjuster that you basically spin or crank down the spring with, that, you know, it basically compresses the spring to like a preload. It was pretty, I rode it like this. I didn't mess with it. I was wanting to ride it out, but the bike looked really high in stance, like it was like you know, up in the air, jacked up in the air. And comparing it to the bike that Trevor bought, that is actually Adam McGill practice bike, the rear end was about 1 3/4 inches higher, and then the center of the bike was about almost 2 inches higher than McGill's bike. Now McGill's got a, you know, he had a Hauser custom axis front end on it, and a custom axis rear shock with the Lone Star linkage. And so obviously I'm set up on stock A-arms and revalves, so it's a completely different setup, but still I like to have my bike as low as possible, like center of gravity. And so I rode it like that, and then after racing it, the front end just would not soak up anything. It wouldn't turn. It just felt like there was no, come to find out after we looked at it, they compressed it so hard that the spring, that it didn't have much travel once you do actually compress it. So I would go into a turn and it just instantly would, you know, come right back, and it was because there's not much travel in it. It was compressed. So I counted the number of grooves. If you look at the top of the stock shock, you know, the compressed ring that spins down onto the shock to compress the shock, those grooves above that spring, there's 15 of them. And so I backed it back down after the race to like 3 or 4, and it felt way better. So I think that's when we'll ride it for the Morganton race coming up. As you can hear me, I'm not yelling at Matt. I'm excited because we're trying to get around some traffic here, and you know, I got to catch Jeff, and that's my goal, is that you cannot let Jeff get away, because once he gets away, I've learned this season, he'll bang that Bryson Neal, you know, 30-45 second gap and just stay out of vision, and it's just so hard to make that up. You know, fortunately for me, unfortunately for him, he had some issues, but you know, right now I didn't know that. Jamie was doing amazing this race. Again, I'm revving here, and I apologize, but Jamie was doing amazing. He essentially, basically, was running 5th into the 2nd lap and decided, there's a motocross section in the back, and and he decided he was going to try to jump the third jump, the uphill, the big uphill if you raced, and you'll see it in the video. And he cased the heck out of his Yamaha. So after that, he tweaked his back a little bit, just brought it in. It's not worth, that piece of wood's not worth your health. I've broke my back jumping stuff at Mideast, so I completely understand it. And that's why I rolled every jump, even the Big Creek jump out in the field. And yeah, so he got 11 because he brought it in after lap 2. I completely understand, but you know, we're going to Morganton next race, and I think Morganton race is going to be amazing. We love it. I liked it the last time, except for that like turn back and forth part, the chicanes and the pines. I didn't like that part of it, but every other part of the track was awesome. It does get rough in some of the back areas, so I'm excited to see how Buren and the team, you know, make this next one. And you know, I know we're probably going to go reverse and everything, but mad shout out to Buren and staff and Sheila and you know the whole family, the Mideast family. Been doing this since 2004, and they still kill it, you know, every weekend. So I appreciate you guys allowing us to have somewhere to go. I want to shout out to some of the sponsors this week. I'm gonna start doing that every week because they do help. I mean, all that stuff adds up. So big shout out to O'Neill. You know, got another set of gear after the summer break. Shout out to Liette. Shout out to Scott Gargles, Engine Ice. You know, Sean Franklin. You know, he's another fellow rider here in the series. He's been working on my stuff a lot more here this year, and as well as others. And the dude's an absolutely guru with Hondas. So if you got a Honda, I ain't gonna put you out there, Sean. You got to go to him and see if he's got capacity or room. He does this on the side. He doesn't do it as a profession, but the man speaks Honda. If the Honda was a language, he'd be teaching it all over the world. Completely fluent in it, knows them inside and out, knows every little, you know, trickery about them, and that's where my Honda is right now, actually, after this race. So it's Monday after the race, it's already over there. The reason for that is, you're going to notice if you listen a couple times in this race, more than a couple, the bike cuts off. What it was is going to the line, the car would not idle high enough to keep it cranked, so I had to change my riding style and keep it, you know, revved up and continue pushing into the gas because it stalled out too much. I don't know what it was, but Sean got it in 5 minutes. He done fixed it. He speaks Honda, so shout out to Sean. He finished 1 place in front of me on the overall, and that's freaking awesome. Which you know, I love when everybody does well. And yeah, so finished first in the class, and excited to see what happens with the next race. And I've talked a lot too much, so I'm just let you guys sit back and watch. But I'm just gonna go down. I'm gonna go down the list real quick, like I always do, and just go through the list. So I finished first. Jeff finished second, even after getting a ratchet strap across the seat. Came back from the second. Mad shout out to Jeff. Matt, again, you see him running in front of me right here. The dude has gotten faster and faster and faster. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with, if not already. He already is, to be honest. But he's got like one more little tiny gear to find, and it's going to give Jeff and I a really big problem up front. And I think that gear is this traffic right here. I get it, man. I'm in the same boat. But this traffic is really, really hard to deal with in some races, a lot of races, just because how far back we are. It's really hard to really get across it. But Tim, Mr. Consistent, top 5 all the way, you know, got 4th. Dallas coming back from, you know, breaking his collarbone at the Blue Ridge race. He came in at 5th. Chris again had problems with his bike. After a couple mistakes and his battery had battery issues, he still finished 6th. Travis finished 7th. Josh coming back on a 300DX. I know he's having some problems with Suzuki again. Brother, I get it. Finished 8th, which is solid on that. DJ decided he wanted to hit a couple trees and go over the handlebars. So shout out to DJ for grabbing that whole shot, but it just wasn't his day. So, and his bike's also having problems. Daryl. So in this first lap, you're going to see once I get the lead, I'm going to look back in one of these field sections, and he's right there. Like, he was running me down. I'm like, oh, let's go. I got to go. I haven't talked to him, but you know what I've heard is that he had some issues. He only made 2 laps. Again, Jamie decided to case a jump and take it to the trailer, which is perfectly fine. And then Greg, Jeff's brother, came out. This is his first year. He's learning. He's a great guy. I love the gear and the color combo, by the way, Jeff and Greg. But essentially, he made 2 laps. I don't know. I talked to him after the race. Just wasn't his day as well. Just a few mistakes, and yeah. Overall, great class. I know a lot of us are having bike issues. And I know Jeff's got his tore down right now. Mine's over at Sean's. But we're excited to go to Morganton, and I'm excited to finish out the season. And I hope it comes down to Hickory. I really, truly do. I hope it comes down to winner take all. Let's have some fun and just everything we got at the most iconic Mideast track there is on the circuit right now. So I appreciate everybody watching as always. And if you got any questions or want to say something, comment on the video below. If you want to see something else, please let me know. Hopefully I'll start getting Jamie's GoPro uploaded if he starts wiping it off, you know, during the race. And we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Yeah.